Hi everybody. Thanks for watching tonight. Sorry, turn the music up there. Hi everybody, thanks for watching tonight. We normally do this every Friday night. We do a little news show, but last week we did not because it was like a pre-trip planning thing and I didn't really have a ton of time. Tonight we're going to keep it under like probably half an hour. And this is going to be like a haul video. We don't buy a ton when we go to the parks, but I'll show the few things that we did purchase. And this is also going to be like a trip recap, our thoughts. We got to do a lot of firsts, like Pandora and...
Pandora? I love Pandora.
Yeah. And,
is that Arrow Kingdom? And Pandora is Pandora. I didn't know it was Pandora. So I like to ride the boat ride from Pandora. And I like it.
And we got to do, we got to see Happily Ever After for the first time, and for the third or fourth year in a row, we got to do our Not So Scary Party. So we're going to talk about some of that.
My favorite. That's my favorite. And they sing the Bootsy song. And I saw Judy Hopps and McWild. My favorite is Judy Hopps. Alright, Mike, Quinn likes Judy Hopps.
Alright, and so that's what we're going to do. And Quinn's probably going to talk over me a ton, so if this is your first time coming to live stream, I apologize in advance. If you've been here before, it tends to be the same people. You kind of know that this is a thing that happens. Let me turn off the music player here so it's not sucking up any internet. We'll get going.
Hi, everybody. My name is Quinn.
Hold on.
Listen. I got some mom.
Listen. Stephanie Lockwood said, welcome home, and she said, hi, Quinn.
And I said, hi.
And then Crazy Christine said, hi, guys. Hello.
Hi, crew. How you doing? And I like Judy Hopps, and they give me some Mickey lollipops.
All right, hold on. What did
he say?
I don't remember.
He said, oh, beautiful.
All right, so I'm going to attempt to get going here. I'm just going to kind of scatter things around. I guess we'll show probably the biggest thing, biggest thing, one of the cheapest things we actually purchased. We got this from the Character Warehouse. That is Courtney's. She's been looking at this for the past few trips, but we got this rain jacket, which was nice to have because we'll talk about it in a minute. It rained the whole time we were there. So it says Disney World on it. And on the inside, like, say yes to bows. Which, if you know, she makes bows, and she really likes her.
I like Minnie Mouse. I like Minnie Mouse.
So that's a big deal. Let's see. And so I'll kind of go back and forth. Crazy Christine, are you hearing all that thunder? Yes, it's been pretty crazy over here. Just a lot of rain, though. The news made it seem... Hey, hold on. Hey,
I'm going to sit with you.
Nope, you cannot send them that. We already talked about this. The news made it seem like it's going to get real crazy, and it hasn't really been like that. Just a lot of rain and a little bit of thunder here and there. So we drove down this past Saturday. We did the show on Friday. We were driving Saturday morning. We left at like 3 in the morning. The drive was fairly good. If you drive down 95, I'd suggest stopping at the...
Dad, go get some Legos for me.
Okay, and then you play down there with them, okay? Good idea. And then the first Georgia stop is like a Georgia Welcome Center. I would stop there. It's like one of the nicest welcome centers I've ever been to. They have like little scenes. They have a Forrest Gump statue set up, which I had posted on, I think, Twitter and our Instagram stories. There's a little couch from Guardians of the Galaxy, and mainly it's because Florida, if you do not know, a lot of Hollywood films are actually filmed in Florida because they give the best tax incentives in the country. Or not Florida, Georgia. This is in Georgia, by the way. It's new. We always drive them. It's always been under construction, and this time it was open. It was awesome. We got to about an hour outside, or not even an hour, probably half an hour outside of Florida, and Quinn got car sick for the first time in her life. We moved from Chicago to North Carolina when Quinn was like 2 weeks old, and I still have family in Michigan, and Quinn is...
How I build it.
Okay, that's a great idea. So she is not new to long car rides, and we had our first get sick in the car thing, which delayed us by like 2.5 hours. Which was, I mean, in retrospect...
Look who it is!
Hey, hold on, baby.
It's Mickey, look!
Which in retrospect wasn't that big of a deal, but it kind of sucked. Especially cleaning up car sick. Once we got down there, we put everything away, got in a room. We stayed at All-Star Sports. We always stay at All-Stars. If you don't know that about us, it's basically the only place we ever stay. We've stayed at All the Values at least once, but for the most part, are always at All-Stars. Let's see. My hair is all crazy here. I always wear a hat. For some reason, I didn't tonight. Then we went to Disney Springs, and it rained. And it basically rained from this point until the Halloween party. It was a lot of rain. We went to the dress shop. We have a couple events, weddings and stuff this spring that we wanted, and we went to the co-op for the dress shop. Courtney didn't find anything that she liked, unfortunately. And then we went to the World of Disney store. I don't think any of us bought anything from World of Disney this time. And then we had dinner at the Polite Pig, which was amazing. Has anybody who's watching eaten at the Polite Pig yet? It's fairly new. I mean, not like in the past couple weeks, but within the past like 6 months or less than a year, it's been open. Last time we were there in March, it wasn't done yet, but I think it opened like 2 days after we left. It was really good. Like, it's kind of pricey. It's like Deluxe Burger. Deluxe Burger is really good. I know some people don't agree with that, but like Deluxe Burger for me, like, I have pretty high standards for burgers because like people will frequently drop things like, oh, it's the best burger ever. And there's a couple places in Chicago that are like world famous that we had that were burger specific, and you ain't had the best burger ever until you've had one of those. But like Deluxe Burger, especially for like the price point and like the atmosphere you get to sit on, the springs outside, like Deluxe Burger to me at least is like really good. It's kind of pricey. It's kind of on the high end, but like for what it is, it's worth it. We have a Blaze Pizza like 5-10 minutes down the road from me, so like Blaze isn't that interesting to me. And Earl Sandwich, there's one in Charlotte, also not that interesting.
I'm almost done with this, but I don't know how to do this, but you can help me.
We'll just figure it out. You gotta look at the instructions. Here, I think one goes right here. Try the other one.
No.
But yeah, anyways, it's comparable price point, like portion-wise, to Deluxe Burger.
I don't
And
know how to do it. Just go
Quinn,
up here.
Quinn,
Would you help me?
once I'm done, okay?
But the day.
Once I'm done.
But then not when you're done. And you can help me. But
Quinn, not right now, please. Okay?
Daddy.
Anyways, if you like Deluxe Burger, it's in the same price point. We have a good barbecue down here in North Carolina. And it's still, I mean, legitimately some of the better barbecue I've ever had. I mean, there obviously probably is better barbecue out there, but like, it's really good.
So I can.
We're also big fans of like a good, like seasoned and crispy, like good Brussels sprout. Like it's something that like all of us as a family really like. And Court got the side of Brussels sprouts there, and those were really good. God, what else did I get? I got something else there, and that was really good. Like everything about it was good. Great. If I had one complaint about the place, it's really loud in there. I feel it would have been hard to hold like any kind of conversation.
Oh, that is super loud.
Yeah, why don't you sit on the ground so I can finish this up real quick?
But
So then it just kept raining. We got really wet. The drive to Disney Springs, I should have said before that, like it was raining so hard I literally couldn't see the car 5 feet in front of me. And it just continued to rain the whole time that night. So we went home, went to bed. Next morning we woke up, had breakfast at the cafeteria.
Wow, that's cool. We have some breakfast.
Yep. Hold on.
What breakfast can I have?
And then we were meeting with friends at Epcot that morning because they have annual passes. Quinn. And they have annual passes. Annual pass holders can currently get in they can buy up to 6 people one-day park hopper ticket for $79. Which, if you know, like a pass, we don't have annual passes or tables one or any kind of discount. We're not DVC or anything like that. So we pay full price. So like a one-day park hopper for us was going to be like $120, and so this saved us a ton of money. And now on top of that, we got to see some of our, easily our best friends in Florida, but just our best friends on the planet, and we got to hang out with them all day, which was great. And it's just fun being in the parks with other people who enjoy Disney as much, if not more than you. So we did a lot of Epcot in the morning. We were there till about 4 o'clock. until we went over to Magic Kingdom. There was a lot of rain. We got very wet. We had a lot of issues getting on Test Track, but finally did. Courtney's favorite ride. I'd say probably my favorite ride as well. Quinn really likes it. We did Soarin'.
So, we got the pink one.
And that was about it. We had a very bad experience with our Princess Aurora meet and greet there. But I won't go too much into that. But at the same time, we had a very phenomenal experience with our Mary Poppins meet and greet. That was a good one, wasn't it?
Yeah, can I look at my list that we meet all the characters?
I know. We met almost all of them, didn't we?
But can I go look at
No, we're not going to get your buck down.
But I'm going to just look at all the characters we meet.
Yeah, but not right now. We'll do that later. So then we went to Magic Kingdom. We had Columbia Harbor House, which is always great. And then we went to, if you've watched our vlogs or if you've heard from me at all, Quinn does not like fireworks. Do you like fireworks? She has a legitimate freak out, panic attack about it. Even the thought of it a lot of times, as you can see right now, she gets really...
When I cry, I really cry like this.
Okay, stop. Stop faking. But yeah, it's a bad deal. So we were worried if we were going to actually be able to even see him. And I mean, I even kind of said in my head, she's just going to have to deal. Well, I think the fireworks are at 9 or 9:15 or something like that.
9:15?
At 8:45. Homegirl passed out. And she slept through the whole thing. And so we got to see it.
Yay!
And it was just as amazing as I expected it to be. I told Court, I said, a lot of times you go into these things and we watch so many vlogs and I listen to a ton of podcasts and Instagram photos and videos and stories and you just kind of get a built up expectation of what these events and these moments and these rides and these attractions and these things are going to be.
Can you help me with
No.
all these?
No.
I don't know how to do it.
Then I don't know, you're going to have to put it away.
I need to look at these.
And it met my expectations and then exceeded it, which is the only time I think this has ever happened. Happily Ever After was even better than I could have imagined. There's more things to see, even if you watch 4K videos and very good quality on YouTube, it's not the same. It's so good. I don't know, babe. So yeah, that was that. The day ended. It basically only stopped raining that day. It was on and off, but it stopped for 10 minutes, rained for an hour, stopped for 10, 15, 20 minutes at most, rained for an hour. But it stopped at around probably 8:30 that night, and we got a little bit of sprinkles on the way back to the hotel that night, but that was it for the night. The next morning, we were going to Pandora, Animal Kingdom. We did not have a park hopper to this day. We just had a one-day ticket, and the plan was to spend the whole day in Animal Kingdom, which isn't a big deal, because before Pandora was open, we'd spend a full day there, and now we knew there was going to be some waits.
More Pandora. I like more Pandora. And it's super fun. I like to ride.
We had a fast pass for Navi River Journey, but I mean, tried for Flight of Passage and could not get a fast pass. I heard a podcast and I had read on a couple of Facebook groups and even on Twitter people saying if you get there an hour to an hour and a half before the park opens, you'll be good. And that was obviously during peak times. This was throughout the summer when ticket pricing is up, so Disney expects us to be peak crowds. And so here's what our deal was. The day that we went to Animal Kingdom, extra magic hours were for 8 a.m. And so we had planned to get there by at least 7, which was an hour before. But we also figured, or at least I did, Courtney didn't assume any of this, I assumed that extra magic hours, which means only guests can get in that hour early, on top of the fact that it was a Monday, on top of the fact that we were out of peak pricing, we had paid only, I think, $98 or $97 for the park day ticket, so it was not peak pricing, it was not the $120 ticket. I figured that, yes, there's going to be a wait. We are not going to be the first people there, but, we're going to get in, probably, my guess was 30 to 45 minutes. We ended up actually getting in the park, past security, swiped our tickets. Cool. Hold on. And, we were in by... We were in by
Party
like
beer.
7, like 15-ish. I didn't actually look at my watch, but it was somewhere around there. And I kid you not, we were on the bridge to Africa. We were so far back. There's a back bridge from like where the Festival of Lion King goes, and that's where they kind of take the line when it's long. The queue is supposed to hold up to like 5 hours with people, and we were on the bridge. In the end, I think when we timed it, again, these are not exact times, but it ended up being about an hour 30, like hour 40. Quinn was not tall enough for it, and Court's mom came with me this time, my mother-in-law, and she has zero interest in like thrill rides. She had rode Soarin' the day before and felt like while she enjoyed it, that was even a little intense for her. And everyone talking about like Flight of Passage is like 10 times more intense than Soarin'. Again, this is our first time. We didn't know what to expect. I had watched some videos because if you search hard enough, they do exist.
He's going to fly up in her.
Cool. So she took Quinn and they were just kind of walking around Pandora and the park once it opened. Waited about an hour and a half and it was amazing. I mean, just a phenomenal ride. It is very much like Soarin', but I mean, Soarin' seems like the carousel compared to this. Like, it's just very intense, but awesome and immersive, and I don't have enough positives to say about it. A few people asked me on Twitter, like, was it worth the time and the wait? And I said, well, yes and no. Yes, it was worth the wait because you can make a very legitimate argument that it's the best ride on property.
Oh, it doesn't have any snacks!
What? Yeah, you can...
Hold
on, baby.
Ruby's not gonna do this.
Okay, hold on.
It's not her fault.
Hold on.
Oh, it's not her fault.
No. You can make an argument that it's the best ride on property. And I don't think that's a lofty statement at all. Maybe it is, but I would say there's a fairly good argument that it's the best ride on property.
He said I'm a big fire mountain now.
It's the wildest ride in the wilderness. With that being said, I really dislike waiting in lines, no matter what it's for. Like, my favorite ride is Big Thunder Mountain, and I won't wait more than 25 minutes for it.
And my favorite is Seven Door.
Yeah. I'm not a line person. With that being said, I'll get to the story later. We did ride a second time. We waited an incredible amount of time. It was awesome again. I loved it probably even more my second time through it.
Let's go get it.
But now that I've rode it twice, unless I have a fast pass, I don't think I will ever wait more than maybe 45 minutes for this ride. And it's not because it's a bad ride. I have to emphasize that. It's a phenomenal ride. I personally hate waiting in lines. That's not what I go on vacation for. It's not worth it. There are other things to do in my eyes. So I'm just not a line person. But needless to say, we spent the rest of the day. It rained a ton all day. We went to Tusker House for like a late breakfast, early lunch. Like I think our reservations were 10:40 or something like that. By the time we got seated and actually started eating, it was around 11. Great character experience. This is not our first time eating at Tusker House. We've eaten there before and love it. I would say it's my favorite character meal we haven't done many. We've only done 2 or 3, but out of the ones we've done, it's easily my favorite. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Animal Kingdom though. Rode Everest. We did all the shows. It was my mother-in-law's first time going there, and she loved the Lion King show. Quinn's always loved the Lion King show. If you've seen our last trip, Quinn actually was part of the show. She got to go up and do all the dancing, and then she got to go up and hug Timon. It was a really awesome experience. Search our videos. The thumbnail is of her hugging Timon in the middle of the show. Like, we've always had a good experience. But lately, we've been watching Lion King. We have the VHS out there. We just picked up yesterday our DVD. We also have the soundtrack in the car, so she knows every word of the song now. So that was fun because now she wasn't just dancing to music; she knew the actual words and stuff. Hey, hold on.
She got the cupcakes.
Okay, go do the cupcakes out in over there though. So that was awesome. Nothing too spectacular. We had at Sutuli Canteen in Pandora, and it was awesome. I had the cheeseburger pods, which were amazing. I had the really sweet Night Blossom drink, I think it's called, the non-alcoholic purple and green one. That was awesome. Court had the margarita, which was really good. What else did she get? She got some food that she wasn't all that impressed with. Oh, the Pangu Lampu or whatever, the pineapple spring roll sort of thing. She said it was all right. She got the blueberry cheesecake too, and basically her review for both of them were like it was good. It wasn't like there's people online really hyping those things up, and it's just not. It wasn't that. Then it kept. I mean, again, we were all very wet. It was raining again, so finally my mother-in-law offered to take Quinn back to the hotel and watch her because we wanted to do Pandora at night, and it wasn't quite night yet.
Pandora last night?
Yeah, and so she went back to the room, and we came back to the did Pandora. We walked around at night, and I got a few photos, but again, it was raining. My vlogs are going to be very sporadic from this trip, by the way, because it rained so much, and I didn't want to take the camera out. But we got a little photo. Hold on, baby. The photos, I've heard it. I forgot who said it.
Her airplane.
Okay, hold on. Quinn.
She's going right back into her airplane.
Quinn.
What?
Hold on.
So, she likes going in her pink airplane. It's the color pink.
Okay, I need to finish talking. We gotta get going soon, okay?
Okay, so...
No, Quinn. Please. Okay, please.
I got questions for you.
Okay, ask me a question.
Mimi's airplane is pink, so I like pink. And it matches Mimi.
Yep. And so we went back. It's beautiful. I think Gen Tracker, somebody said, I heard this before we went, not only is it dark, everyone says that, and it's very dark. Like you think Magic Kingdom's dark at night, Pandora at night's very dark. But they said that the pictures look cooler than what it really is. And I would agree with that statement. I think I kind of enjoyed Pandora during the day more than at night. With that being said, you should definitely see it at night. It is something to be seen, but the bright, vibrant colors that like Instagram photos lead you to believe that it is are kind of misleading.
Into the sky.
Cool. So we did that. We also waited, as I said, we also waited again for Flight of Passage, and it was awesome. And we were there until like park closed at like 9:30. We didn't actually get out of line until like 10:30. It was very late, but they escorted everybody out. It was good. We did ride a river journey. It's everything that everybody says it is. It's beautiful. The animatronic is like just insane. How real it looks. It's really short. The wait got up to I think 115 minutes while I was there. I wouldn't wait more than 10 minutes for that ride. I felt like I waited too long because the Fast Pass line was long. Like, again, this going back to my hating waiting in line. That is not a ride worth the wait. But it's beautiful. It's breathtaking. It's amazing. Crazy Christine Cruz said, same. I do not have the patience for lines. Yeah, it's not my thing. Some people do. I see people like Daya Steve. If you guys don't follow him, I think everyone's kind of friends with him on Twitter and the internet and social media. He frequently talks about, or he not frequently, but he mentioned to me how he waited multiple times for like 3 hours for Flight of Passage when he went. Some people are just okay with that. Or maybe not, they're not okay with it, but they're willing to do that. I'm just not. There's not a ride or an attraction or a thing on property that I am willing to wait that long for. Not for me. The next day, we went to the character warehouse, which is where Courtney got this rain jacket. Quinn bought a bunch of little things. We got a Disney fidget spinner and the really ugly Justin Bieber lookalike Belle doll from the live-action movie. I think that's it. Oh, I forgot. On our first day, I went to Disney Springs, and I got this at Uniqlo. I love Uniqlo, but this shirt's awesome. I hate that it's white because it's going to get inevitably really dirty, but I got that. At Animal Kingdom, I got this pin. I've been kind of, if you've seen my pre-trip thing.
Which one?
The safari one, babe.
I
got the Kilimanjaro safari.
Can
What?
I see?
Yep, this one, babe.
Wow.
So the next day, it was basically a relaxed day. You can get to the park at 4 for the Halloween party. We were there at 4. Actually, we got in at probably like 3:50.
This is super yummy, but I need some chicken.
We had fast passes for Seven Dwarfs, Big Thunder, and Jungle Cruise. We did those.
I don't have any.
We watched both Booty U parades. I had kind of bad viewing for the first one because we showed up late. And the first ones are always way more busy than the second one. And then we
watched it again.
Yeah, and then we watched the second one on Main Street. And we usually don't watch on Main Street. We usually watch in Frontierland because of the crowds. Hold on, baby. Quinn. Hold on. And if you watch it on Main Street, after the Headless Horseman goes by, Nick Wilde and Judy Hopps come out for like a pre-show dance party. And you don't get that in Frontierland. And it was really awesome. And I didn't know that was a thing. And so, awesome. Like, if you can watch it on Main Street, if you can, like, deal with the crowds, it's way busier on Main Street. Everybody, every blogger and Instagram photo taker and vlogger wants to have the shot of, like, the horseman coming down the road with the castle in the background. Like, everybody wants that. And it's a pain, and we usually, like I said, watch from Frontierland. Yeah. And this time we were up towards the front of the park, so we watched it from, like, the middle of Main Street. We were, like, across the street from, like, the middle entrance to the Emporium.
Cupcakes and cake. And here she opens.
Yep.
And
Hold on. Let me finish up. We're almost done. We gotta get Mama in a second.
She's super hungry.
And there you go. And so we watched both of those. We had a very close. We watched the midnight showing of the Hocus Pocus Villain Spectacular. We watched that at midnight, and there was like no one left in the park. We were like,
watched the duck show.
We were like from me to like, I mean, probably no more than 20 feet. There's I think 3 people in front of me from the stage, and we walked up like at 11:58 and got that close. Nobody left in the park. So if you can stay till the end of the night, the final show is like worth it. It's an awesome show. I mean, I've seen it before, but from a distance.
Here, so Mimi's gonna go back to her home.
Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye, Daddy.
Goodbye. Take the stuff with you.
But she needs to store right here.
Okay, that's fine then. And the Hocus Pocus show was great. We got a lot of candy. We tried we didn't get all 4, but we tried one of the Haunted Mansion. I don't know if you've seen them yet, but they're these little treats. And on the white chocolate that's on the top, they have one of the stretching room images on them, one of the 4. There's 4 different ones out the park. We only went and found one of them. It was alright. It was very visually cool looking. It had like a strawberry filling. I like strawberries. Strawberry filling is a little much for me.
I like, my favorite color is pink, just like this.
We did not wait for any characters. We've made that mistake once in our life and waited 3 hours for Jack Skellington, and we never will again. So no characters were met this time. Got a lot of candy, got 4 bags. We ended up giving a lot of it away because we were on a diet prior to going, and we are now that we're back on a diet again. So we ate a lot of the candy on the drive home, but basically gave 85% of it away by the time we got back. And that's it. Does anybody have any questions on either of them? I really flew through them, but I was trying to get through a lot here. I have a few minutes before I have to go. If you have any questions, throw them in the chat room right now. If not, I will end it. But I'm going to show a few more of our haul things that we got. We both usually buy coffee mugs, but I didn't find any that I liked this time. But Court got this guy. This is Court's new coffee mug. Woo! It's nice. It's a very nice mug. We usually get a year one, but she already has a 2017 one, and she didn't really like the not so scary one, so I picked up the party. I think it's Halloween Party 2017 button pin. I'm kind of new into this whole collecting pin things. I went down thinking I was going to do some pin trading this time, and I just didn't. I know I do all these videos, and I'm always on camera, but like I'm a very introverted person, so like going up to somebody, especially like a cast member, and like saying, "Hey, let me see your pins," is like for me like anxiety-inducing. But with that being said, I wore my lanyard around a lot. I talked to a few people about pins. Kind of got it on my shell a little bit. But yeah, I'm excited about that one. And then I bought a blind box or a mystery box of 28 in Maine pins, and they're all like parks themed, which is really awesome. And these are the 2 that I got. Got the Adventurers Club, Congaloosh, and my favorite, this is the one that I was hoping I'd get out of the box when I bought it, Casey's Corner. And that's it. That's the only thing we bought. Yeah, we didn't buy a ton. We usually don't. There's not much that you can't get in the apps that I can't get at any point in time, so going out and buying merch when we're there isn't like a huge priority for me. If you know anything about me, I collect like all the free stuff that you get in the parks. So, like, here's my map haul. There's also sports, actual property map. Here's all my not so scary maps. Here's all the Animal Kingdom ones I got. Day of Steve sent me while I was gone from opening day. I actually have some from Flying to Disney and from Walt Disney World as well. But Pandora, opening day maps, and Steve sent me a field guide. It's the first field guide I have. And then the rest were just stuff from... I have a lot of this stuff already. I already have this one. Epcot, which, if anybody's going to food and wine right now, I'd really like a map. A map, passport, all that stuff. All the free stuff. I like it. I will either pay for postage, or I have a ton of not so scary maps. I will trade you for not so scary maps if that is your thing. Yeah, and we just have like our wristbands from the party and all that fun stuff. You okay? You're okay. All right, and that's it. That's all I got, guys. I'm sorry that I kind of rushed through it. Do you have any questions about Not So Scary or Pandora? Do you have any questions about pins? I'm kind of new to it. Hey, also, if anybody's interested, I have these pins right here. I'm going to show them. I do not want these pins, so if you want to trade for them, if not, I will probably save them till the next time I go and trade a cast member for them, because from what I know, unless it's a real terrible trade, they won't really tell you no. But I have these from like blind bags from years ago that I just never... When I first went, I was like, oh, I'm going to be into pins, and bought a bunch of pins that I just didn't care about, and only ended up keeping a couple of them in the end. But I have these, so if anybody's interested in these or wants to trade for them or whatever, or knows anything about them, let me know. Got this, guys.
Can I say subscribe?
Yeah, in a minute.
Subscribe to our channel.
Got this Tigger pin.
Can I see?
Hold on. I got this running one, which I actually kind of like this running one because we did the Run Disney races, but it's kind of just like an obscure guy. I know none of this is in focus. I'm on my iMac and it doesn't change focus. Nope. And then this ice skating lady. So, cool. Let's see, going to the chat room real quick before we go. We are going to Food and Wine. I'll bring you some back. Awesome. Thank you. Any of the free, like, stuff. Maps, passports from Food and Wine. Yeah, you can watch. I'll poke you. I want you to poke your finger. Yeah, anything like that. Like, if they give out any sort of like time guides during like when like the shoe is showing. Like, let's see if I can find a time guide from. I mean, I'm sure you know what a time guide is, but this kind of stuff. Time guides. I'm weird. This is the kind of stuff I like to collect. I bring home usually at least one of every size of bag that I collect there that I got while I purchased stuff there. I got candy bags, also trick or treat bags.
Can I see?
So I just like the free stuff. Collect it. It doesn't take up a lot of it's paper or plastic that I can fold up pretty tight, and I can store it in a very small area. It's kind of my thing. Take the stuff from the room, the notepads from the room. It's fine. I keep all my hard tickets that I get because we usually get tickets from the parties sent to us. Keep all that stuff.
Dad, this spider just scared me.
It did?
Yeah.
Oh. Alright, guys. If nobody else has any questions, I'm going to leave this run.
Alright, guys.
Hold on.
Subscribe to our channel. Let the comment below. And remember, if you want more Maui and Moana stuff, please hit a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And like the comment below, what's your favorite Moana or Maui? Or hey, Rua, let the comment below. And if you know it, and you need...
Can I finish real quick?
But we're done.
I know. I'm trying to tell them that. As she said, we are done. If anybody has any questions, I'm going to leave this run for about 30 seconds here. She'll probably just talk nonstop. Oh, I got 2 more things. Sorry, 2 more things. Woo, sorry. Got these guys. So this is not very rare. I know everyone has them. I also, the only big things that are not paper free stuff that I collect are usually souvenir cups and popcorn buckets.
I forgot.
I finally got one. I always forget to get it when I'm there. But I'm excited about that. And boom. Popcorn bucket. Not so scary. From Not So Scary this year. Last year, it was Vampire Mickey, and they were sold out when I was there, and I'm bummed that I didn't get it. It's so cool. Excited about that. Those are the last 2 souvenirs there. Alright, that does it. Crazy Christine, we're going to the Frozen after dessert party. I'll see what I can get you, Fred.
Subscribe to our channel and comment below what's your favorite.
Alright, that's it, guys. I do have to go pick up Courtney from work. She is out, in 5 minutes. And I'm, 15 minutes away from her. So, sorry for watching this, babe. You're probably going to be a couple minutes late. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching.
Subscribe.
Leave a comment below. And, yeah. And that's it. So, thanks for watching. We will talk to you next week. We will do this next Friday when we will go back to actually talking about Disney news and Disney topics, not just my personal trips and stuff like that. Every Monday we do Disney Store videos, every Wednesday we do Disney Parks videos, and every Friday we are live here on YouTube. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Thank you so much, Crazy Christine crew and Stephanie Lockwood, for participating in the chat room tonight and watching, and thank you everyone else who didn't say anything in the chat room but still came and watched. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you guys all have a great night, and we will talk to you next week.